I want to tell you a little bit of my story. I grew up between the US, Canada, and Australia. My parents worked for Eastern Mennonite Missions in Australia and also for MCC. And so we moved a lot when I was younger. And so when I was 9 years old, we moved to Australia. And then when I was 15, we had to move back to the United States because of visa difficulties. When we were back in the United States, we moved around a little bit. My parents did interim pastorates at a couple different churches. So I was very much in the church most of my life, but I was able to see a lot of different denominations. We didn't only go to Mennonite churches. My parents only worked for the Mennonite church though. So I went to Lancaster Mennonite High School for a year. I had been homeschooled up until that point. After I finished at Lancaster Mennonite High School, I went to Goshen College and did a degree in interdisciplinary studies. And when I had finished there, I went back to Australia to work for about a year and a half, and that was when I worked at Canberra Baptist the first time. When I got through about a year of working at Canberra Baptist, I knew that I needed to have some more training. I needed to know more about myself and about God. And so I decided I was going to go back and go to seminary. So I went back to the United States and went to AMBS for 3 years and did my MDiv with an emphasis in youth ministry. About halfway through my time there, I was approached by a church and then also by another group and asked to apply for some jobs. And so it made me think about what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And as I started to pray with a group of people and discern where I would be going next, I felt very strongly called back to Australia. And as I prayed more and had a lot of conversations with people and with God, I felt like I was called to come back to Canberra and work again with Canberra Baptist Church in a different role and also starting Irene's Place. So I came back here after about a year and a half of then finishing seminary after I felt like I'd been called back here. So I finished my degree and came back to Australia. And I felt like so many doors were opened before me that people were excited about me coming back here and also about Irene's Place starting. So I'm excited about being here and about the possibilities of work in Australia. And I'm glad to be home because Australia feels like one of my homes. So I really appreciate your support in prayers and also financially as I start this new venture and come back to an old place, but also in a new way. Thanks.